Join me, come sit in the chair, and we will begin. So, welcome. Here we are again. Glad to have you as we make our way into this holiday season where everything is crashing in on us. It's moving so fast. So, today we are taking care of the back. So, with all of the moving around, moving stuff around, boxes in and out, trees up and down, stuff like that, we got to have a strong back. Today we are strengthening and stretching the back. But first, we got to check in. Bring feet to rest. Settle back with the legs and the hips. Settle with the low back, the mid back, the upper back, the shoulders and arms. Feeling the arms heavy down, hands resting, eyes closed. Check in. Any tightness, any stiffness in the body? Tight and stiff, notice what's there. Notice what's there. Find the breath and feel the breath. Find the breath and feel the breath. We're coming into the body so we can take good care. Coming into the body, find the breath, feel the breath, the expansion and its release. So feel the ribs against the back of the chair. If you notice that sensation on the inhale, there's expansion. And on the exhale, there is just that letting go. But also picture the rib cage expanding back to front and letting go. Expanding side to side, letting go. So with every breath, there's movement in the lungs that affects the back. Gentle movement. So let's redirect focus now to hands, to fingers, and find what stillness feels like. What does stillness feel like in the fingers, in the palms? Stillness in the fingers, in the palms. Check in with it. Now we release and bring movement in. So lift and stretch those fingers wide. Release, pull fingers down, feel knuckles. Release, joints of the hand, thumbs up, fingers down, moving every ligament, tendon, muscle, joint, bone, all movement. Then pause, thumb in, fingers wrap. It's a power squeeze, and on the release, circulation, power, web, claw, beak, and paw, finishing with paw, thumb, fingers wrap, power squeeze, and release, stretch, circulation, web, feel it. Stretch, pull down the fingers, feel it. Movement. Ligaments, tendons, muscles, bones, everything moving. And then pause, wrap, squeeze, power squeeze, it's circulation, power, web, claw, beak, paw, squeeze, 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 release, hands to rest. Eyes closed, sensation in hands and fingers. How alive the fingers feel from movement. We're bringing that alive sensation into the whole body through movement. Next up, shoulders. So just take a reading now for the shoulders, relaxing down. And feel a gentle stretch down the side. It's a very gentle stretch. And when we bring it up, this whole area is in contract. We are rolling shoulders back and down. And then shrugging up. You know how this one goes. It's an inhale on the lift, and exhale, roll back and down. Just your own comfortable pace with this. If you hear any crackling, don't be disturbed. If it doesn't hurt, no worries. It's just little air pockets. Sometimes I have crackling on one side and not the other. None today. Up, back, and down. Up. So there's contraction. Back, there's stretch. Down, there's deep stretch. Now one side, up, back, and down. Stay on that side. Notice range of movement. Notice sensation. Notice any restriction, any tightness, any stiffness. And then pause, compare the two sides. Now we move the other one the same way, up, back, and down. Okay, this side's got a little crackling in it that I didn't notice before, but now I do. And it's on the coming down that I notice it. And then we'll finish. Pause here, lift up and stay. So here's deep contraction. Roll back, stay, and final time. Press down and stay, feel stretch, and release. Take a breath. Take a breath. Move the work up the spine, from the back up into the neck with our three-part series, the yes, the no, and the maybe so. So as you extend the chin, the whole front is in stretch. As you tuck the chin, the whole back of the neck is in stretch. It's an inhale on the lift, exhale on the tuck. Repeating with breath, your own pacing. Which one feels better for you? Which one does your body like? Saying yes, powerful word. Saying yes, powerful word. Saying yes. Finishing with the tuck. Press the hands down, stay and feel it. Then release the hands and release the head and come back to neutral as we come to the second part, the no. And so picture the neck. Now when you turn the head, picture the twist, the stretch down the outer rim, the contract on the inner rim, and come back. Other side. Contract on the inner rim, stretch on the outer rim, feel it, and come back. Saying no. No. Powerful word. No. 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 Bringing a twist, feeling the stretches, feeling the contracts as we finish with no. And when your head's back to center, pause, take a breath, close eyes, check in, feel it, whatever's there for you. As we come to the side stretch of the neck, which we call the maybe so, the third part, ear to the shoulder, feel the top side stretch and come back. Ear to the shoulder, feel the top side stretch and come back. The maybe so, maybe so. Find the tight side. You will feel it. For me, it is the right side is the tight side. It's much more intense than the other side. So I know it needs this stretch. Maybe so, maybe so. There's also a little noise on this side, a little internal movement. Finishing with the maybe so, come back to center, close eyes, take a breath, relax, feel whatever you notice, and release. Bring up the arms, goalpost arms, cactus arms. So we're going to bring the hands overhead. And I want you to notice that this part right here is in contract. You may not feel it much, but when we bring the elbows all the way down, this goes into stretch. So coming up, it's contract. Pulling down, it moves to stretch. Inhale up, there's contract. It's a very gentle sensation, but when you pull the elbows down into stretch, it's a much more powerful sensation. Let's see what's true for you. Next time down, stay and come down the spine and feel the shoulder blades pull into center. So the shoulder blades are hugging into the center of the spine. At the bottom of the shoulder blades, feel it. When you bring the hands up and stay, those shoulder blades pull apart. Feel that. So they pull together as the elbows go down. They pull apart as the elbows go up. It's exhale, pull together, coming down. Inhale, pull apart, coming up. And then we'll finish with this, with a stretch and release back to center. Take a breath. Goalpost arms. Now, fingers touch, elbows press. Feel the back in stretch. When you open, the back moves to contract. Feel contract, what that feels like along the spine. Feel stretch, fingers touch, elbows press, what that feels like along the spine. Inhale, open, it's contract. Exhale, close, it's stretch. And repeating at your comfortable pace. Feeling the difference between contract and stretch. Contract and stretch. Working the muscles of the back. Contract and stretch. This is all about maintaining postural alignment, maintaining the integrity of the spine, and we'll come back to open, contract, and stay. Feel it. Feel it, feel it all up and down the spine. There is contract muscles pulling into center. We'll finish with stretch. Fingers touch, elbows press, feel the stretch in the same region. Pulling apart and release. Hands to rest, eyes closed, check in. Full breath. Anything tight or stiff? Finding the breath, feeling the breath, reacting to the movement. And now we bring the whole length of the back of the body from the neck to the tailbone, coming into stretch as we drop the chin, as we slide the hands over the knees, as we slide the hands down the line, the stretch moves all the way down the spine. Pause, feel it. And when you come up, hands to rest, lift the ribs and lift the chin. The whole back of the body is in contract. Pause, feel that. Move to stretch. Tuck, round, slide down. Make this your own pace, but each time you come back up, we pull elbows back. We consciously are lifting ribs and lifting chin and feel the contract through the back of the body. Then we tuck and round again. Make it your own as far as how deep you go and what your pace is and how your body reacts to the contract lifting and how your body reacts to the stretch. Couple more on your own. We'll finish with the forward bend piece. Stay here. Feel the whole back and contract to stretch. Front is in contract, the back is in stretch is what I'm trying to say. Feel it. And release. Come back up to sit. Now we work through the core, crossing one leg over the other. So you know how this one goes. And this one, we bring up the arms and we go exhale, 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 back, inhale, come back up. Your own pacing. Linking the movement in the breath. It's an exhale back, inhale, return. You know we're contracting core. Contracting core. Both movements contract core. Eccentric contraction, coming back. Concentric contraction, coming up. And as we stay, it's an isometric contraction. Let's open, close, lift, feet an inch, open, close, open, close. Final close, feet to rest, come back up and release. Uncross, cross the other way. Check in with the breath, find the breath, feel the breath, and bring up the arms and come to one side. Same movement, exhale back, inhale, return. Your own pacing. Next time back, we'll come for our stay where we walk the hands up and down. Up and down, this is called an isometric contraction in the stay. And then we'll pause and come back up. Swing the arms to the other side. It's the same. Exhale back, inhale, return. Here's the stay. Come to a rest, come back up, come back to center and release and open, resting place, hands to rest, breath is free. Check in. Check in with breath, find it and feel it. And so we feel the breath settling down a bit from the work. Breath settling back into its resting place. And so you may feel the stretch more in the low back or in the inner legs or whatever is true for you. We're coming to the final breaths here in this resting place. Bring a stretch. Come back up. Now we'll stretch the side of the back. Hand stays there, other hand on top, rotating shoulders a bit. Aim, nose, toward hands. Simply lean in. You don't have to do a thing. Powerful muscle down the side of the back is in stretch. The weight of the body forward is deepening that stretch, lengthening that stretch. Feel that muscle yielding and stretching. Yielding and stretching as you stay. Okay, final breath here. Press and come back up to center. Swap it out. Hand on the leg, hand on top. Shoulders rotate. Aim, nose, lean in. Let it play out. Notice any difference that you're aware of between the first side and this side. One side might be tighter. It is for me. This is my tighter side. The top side is in stretch. The bottom side's in a passive contract. The stretch is deepening. The stretch is lengthening. Final breath, we're ready to release, press, and come back up. And one hand to each leg. So this is the one that's for the hip sockets, the lubrication. So we slide forward and then circle. Side, back, side, forward. It's an inhale coming to the side and back. It's an exhale releasing back and forward. Linking movement and breath. Moving at a pace that feels good and comfortable for your body. Seeing where you feel stretch and what you feel. What is the intensity and where is it? As we move, it changes. Next time forward, pause here. Take a breath. Circle the other way. Side and back. Side and forward. Lubricating hip sockets inside through movement. Through movement. Next time forward, we'll come to a rest. Next time you're in the forward plane, come back to rest. Pause here, breath free. Feel it. Find the breath, feel the breath. And come back up. Release, bring the legs in and sit back. Sit back and we prepare to work our strength builder for the legs. But just take a moment, close eyes, check in. Find the breath, feel the breath. And we begin. So hands resting on the thigh. So you feel the contraction on the lift and on the release, the let go. Contraction, extend. Contraction, release. Inhale up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, let it down. Now continue your own pace. You know you can kick. High or low. You know you can kick. Fast or slow. It's all good. It's all strengthener. So we're finishing with the set we're on, and come to a rest and take a breath and prepare for the stay, whichever leg you want to start with. Lift and stay, point and flex, feeling heel, ankle, calf, point and flex, feeling the front up the shin, pause, circle, circle the other way. Finishing with the flex, 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 feel it all the way up to the knee and let it down and take a breath. Other side, same, lift and extend, point and flex. Feel it in the front, up the shin. Feel it in the back, up to the knee. Pause, circle. Circle other way. It all needs to move. Maintain the muscles of the feet. Finish with the flex, toes toward the face, heel stretches away. Let it down. Let it down. Take a breath. Feel the body's reaction as we prepare to stand. Preparing to stand, we bring strong foot back. Your body knows, even though your head doesn't. Then we lean, nose over toes, to make these power muscles do the lifting. Stand. And come to mountain. Feet hip width apart. Relax toes, unlock knees. Tailbone tuck for some. Extension through the crown. Shoulders up, back, down, solid and steady. Strong and still, feel it. And release. Standing back bend. Fold halfway over soft knees. Repeating. Come into the back of the body and notice as you lean back, it's all in contract. As you lean forward, it's all moves to stretch the back of the body. Contract and stretch. Pace that works for you. How deep back you go depends on how it feels. The contracting is strengthening the back. We have a couple more. We'll finish with the forward bend piece, soft knees. Relax, feel the breath. Come back up to stand. Return to your checklist for mountain, toes and knees unlock. Tailbone tuck for some. Extension through crown. Shoulders up, back and down. Check in. Feel the breath. Solid and steady. Strong and still. And so we release. Moving into spinal twist. So our objective here is to rotate the shoulders. We have to keep the knees unlocked to make it happen. Arms can be forward. Arms can be alongside. Arms can be back. Whichever you like. Keep the knees unlocked. Rotate, rotate. This is all about the spine, the back of the body. Bringing those muscles, ligaments, and tendons into twist. Every vertebra moving into twist. A few more. Okay, let it die down. Die down. Die down and come back to mountain. With your checklist of toes and knees, unlock them. With a tailbone tuck for some. Extension through crown. Up, back, and down, shoulders solid again. Feel it steady, strong, and still. And feel the energy from the movement. Feel the breath. Final breath here. So we'll release for the leg stretch. So you bring your hands to the chair, you soften the knees, you fold down there, and stretch the legs. Stretch the legs. Stretching the legs. Now pause here, hips back and down, back and down, back and down. Fingers touch or lift away. It's a stay. And the breath is free. And the knees are not closing or opening, they're staying. Final breath here, return to the stretch. But do feel the breath. The breath is heavier for delivering all that energy, for that stay. So we find the breath, we feel the breath. We notice when the breath changes pace and when it changes depth. So it's all about energy, delivery, and coming back to rest. And that's where we're headed, back to rest. So we can try it again. Okay, pause here. Once more. Hips back and down, back and down, back and down. Fingers touch or lift away. Knees not closing or opening. Knees stay. Final breath. Finish with the stretch. Finish with the stretch. Let the breath be as heavy as it wants to be. Discover. Finishing here. Finishing with that stretch and come back up, back up, back up. Bring the legs wide. We're coming for the side stretch. Legs are wide. Knees are soft. We bring up the outside arm and slide the inside arm down as we bring the elbow up and over and feel the side of the back stretching. Come back. Hand behind the head. Elbow up and back. Keep the knees soft. Stay. Feel the top ribs. Feel the bottom ribs. Feel the movement of the ribs through the breath. Final breath. Go ahead and release and come back up. Take a breath and we'll try the other side. Soft knees, arms lift, elbow bends, slide the hand down, slide the elbow up and over and feel that rib stretch on the top. Come back. Hand behind the head. Knees soft. Elbow up, elbow back, and stay. And feel the stretch from the sides of the ribs and down to the hip. Feel the movement of the ribs with the breath. Final breath. We'll release and come back up and release and release and prepare. Prepare for our balance challenge. One foot in front, other foot behind. Balance challenge. Practicing stabilizing the body. Your mind is making all those corrections. Those are the wobbles. The wobbles are the corrections. Let's come to a final breath and release and release. Change the feet, foot forward, foot back. Lock eyes on something not moving. Hold. Practice. We're ready to release and release. And now let's change the chair. Bring the feet to parallel. So we're working with a back strengthening series and then a back stretch series. So let me just say this first. I want you to bring your hand to rest at the waist and lean back and feel the curve. I want you to feel the curve because we're going to establish the curve and maintain the curve and regain the curve. So feel the curve. Okay, leave your hand there. Turn back around. Feet are parallel. Knees are soft. We're going to bend the knees and bring the shoulders forward in space. Keep the curve under the hand. Keep the curve. Stay here. Now that hand that's in the curve, we keep the curve, but release the hand forward to salute and stay here. Okay, release the hand, bring it back into the curve. Feel the curve, lift up, lean back. Feel the curve deepen as you lean back and return. Inside foot forward, outside foot back. Again, we're feeling the curve. Lean back and feel it. Maintain it by softening the knee. Maintain it as you bring the shoulders forward. Now, the hand that's in the curve, keep the curve, but bring the arm forward and stay. This is making the back hold the weight of the body. This is a strengthener. Final breath. Now lose the curve around the curve, hand to rest. The whole back is in stretch. Breath free. Okay, this hand lifts forward. Press, feel the shoulders lift, shoulders lift, shoulders lift till you feel the curve return. Sweep that arm back up. Bring the arm back and let it rest in the curve. Good job. Lean up, lean back, and release. Swap it out. Swap it out. Chair to the other side. Feet parallel. Hand to the curve. Hand to the curve. Lean back, feel it. Maintain it. You have to soften the knees to maintain the curve. But maintain that curve as you lean the shoulders forward in space and stay. Keep the curve. That's the important part. Weight of the shoulders forward in space. Now, keep the curve, but release the hand forward, fingertips to eyebrow salute, and stay. On the exhale, bring the hand rest back in the curve. Feel it. Lift up, lean back. Feel that curve. Now, change the legs. Lead foot forward, outside foot back, soft knee. Feel the curve. Maintain, bring the shoulders forward in space. Now bring the arm forward in space. Okay, we're going to lose the curve, round the back, bring the hand to rest. Feel the stretch in the whole region of the curve of the back, a lumbar spine. Press, hand, feel the shoulders lift, feel the curve return. Once you've got the curve return, bring the arm back out, adding work, adding weight. Sweep the arm back, bring the hand to rest in the curve, lift up, lift up, lift up, lean back. Feel the curve, release, release, and relax. Step back, breath free. Breath free. Body coming back into its resting place. Okay, let's release and come back closer to the chair as we work the legs in the low back. So the whole region of the back, low back, mid back, upper back, it all needs to work. It all needs to contract. So this is the one where we say inhale, lift, exhale out, inhale in, exhale back. Now begin. Inhale, lift, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale down. We're alternating sides. Up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. Take a breath. Begin again. Up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. Again. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Take a breath. Begin again. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. Take a breath. One more set, and then we'll have a stay. Up, out, in, down. Up, out, in, down. On this one, we're going to stay up and stay. Breath free. And now let it down. Up and stay. And release. And again, step back, relax. Relax. Soft knees, stretching back, shoulders, mid back, low back, hips and legs. It's all good. Breath finding its way back to resting place. And we'll release and come to our other balance challenge. Stand on one foot, lift the other, holding focus, discover. And then we'll change sides. Other foot, holding focus. We're ready to release and ready to sit down. Ready to sit back down. Come back into the chair. Come into a forward bend with the hands resting and the breath free. Find the breath, feel the breath. Final breath. Okay. Now we're going to do the whole series that presses the arms back and contracts all along the spine for strength, alignment, posture, all of it. So this is a strengthening series for the muscles at the back. Go ahead and let the arms down. And we'll say, inhale, press up, peel up. Exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up. Exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up, stay, pulse. And on the exhale, down and stay. Have a breath. We begin again. Inhale, press up, peel up. Exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up. Exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up, stay, pulsing, 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 pulse, and down and stay. Have a breath. And we begin again. Press up, peel up, and exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up, and exhale down. Inhale, press up, peel up, and pulse the hands, pulse the hands, pulse the hands, pulse the hands, feeling the work muscle of the back. And when you're ready, let it down, 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 and stay. Have a breath. We'll finish in this way. Press up, peel up, stay, pulse, 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 pulse. Now one arm forward, stretch. Lengthen the whole front shoulders in, stretch. The whole back shoulders in, contract. And we let it down. Have a breath. Press up, peel up, pulse, pulse. Contracting the muscles of the back. Other set. Arm forward, stretch, arm back, contract, stretch, fingertip to fingertip, and do it again, and let it all down. Bring the hands to the thighs, release the breath, feel whatever's going on for you with the pace of the breath, the feeling tone along the spine. Where you feel the most stretch, I feel it below the waist. See what's true for you. As we watch the breath come back to resting, and then we'll release and come back up to sit and prepare for spinal twist. So we say hand across, other hand behind, lengthen on inhale, use the exhales to gradually and gently deepen your way, twisting the shoulders deeper and deeper, pressing lightly. Feel the outer ribs, feel the inner ribs, feel it all the way up the spine into the neck. We'll release the head out. Feel that stretch down the side of the neck. Release hands, arms, shoulders, ribs, belly back to center. Have a breath. We'll check out the other side. We'll bring the hand across, the other hand behind. Now inhale, lengthen, and gradually and gently deepen your way into that twist. Final breath here. Release the head. Release hands, arms, shoulders, ribs, belly back to center. Again, hands to rest, forward bend. Breath free. Final breath. Come back up to sit, preparing for eye movements. So settle back in your chair. Get comfortable with the legs, the hips, the low back, the middle back, the upper back and shoulders. The arms heavy down, the eyes closed, the hands resting. So we work the eye muscles, opening the eyes to 12 on a clock dial and moving around to the 1, the 2, to the 3, and down 4, the 6, and up to the 9, back to the top, where we close, center, and relax and have a breath. Then we open again at the 12 and go counterclockwise down to the 9, to the 6, up for the 3, and back to the top, where we close, center, and relax, have a breath. Diagonal line of movement, we open eyes from the 10 to the 4, a few. Feel it in the eyes. Okay, pause, close, center. Have a breath. Let's find the other diagonal line from the 2 to the 8, a few. Okay, pause, close, center, and relax. Our final eye movement is called focal point. Focal point, we extend thumb, focal point, tip of the nose, feel it. Focal point, look at the tip of the thumb, feel it. Focal point, go far away, then back to the thumb and back to the nose, and do it once more. And then release. Eyes closed, hand to rest. Once more, if you need to settle in the chair, because we're bringing the hands together, settle in the chair, bring the palms together, rub the palms, build up heat. Build up heat in the palms as you rub and press, as you press and rub. Because we're going to cup those palms over the eyes and feel warm, dark, soft. Feel it. Feel the heat and feel the heat seep away. Okay, let's release and bring the fingertips to the bridge of the nose and stroke out to the temples. It's a feather-light touch. Relaxing the eyes. We'll come to a rest. Pause. Bring the fingertips from the temples to the jawline, from the jawline to the chin, from the chin to the lap. Hands to rest. Eyes closed. Hips comfortable, back comfortable. Feel the breath. Find the breath and feel the breath. And on the next exhale breath, on the exhale, draw the fingers gently in. Stay here as you inhale the breath. And on the exhale, let the fingers open. On the inhale, stay. Close on the exhale. Inhale, stay. Open on the exhale. Inhale, stay. Close on the exhale. Inhale, stay. Exhale, open, release movement, stay in stillness. Final breath here. Release, open wide, cross, pat yourself on the back for taking care for another day. Good job. See you next time.